Hi guys. Don't seem to have very good connection again on here, so we'll just have to roll along with it as best we can. Uh, right, so welcome along to the match day stream of Liverpool versus Ipswich at Anfield, which of course is kicking off in what is it? It's 7 or 8 minutes. So welcome along if you're joining in with me today. Let's go over the teams then. For Liverpool, Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robbo, McAllister, Gravenberch, and Bozolai in the midfield with Salah and Gakpo up front. And then for Ipswich, let's put that one up. Let me scroll that one. We've got Walton, O'Shea, Greaves, Turnzaby, Davis, Phillips, Morsey, Burns, Hutchinson, Philogene, Baydace, and that's supposed to say Delap. Just yellow. That's where let's edit that. Yeah, the banner. The banner. Wasn't that him? One second, guys. I'm trying to get this set up right here. What's going on with that? Yeah, that should work. Hopefully. There it is. So Ipswich, Walton, O'Shea, Greaves, Turnzaby, Davis, Phillips, Morsey, Burns, Hutchison, Philogene, Baydace, and Delap up front. That's the team. So what do we think, guys? If you want to get your score predictions in, I'll put mine in now. Three 0 to Liverpool. That's what I think will be the. I'm going to spell that wrong now as well. Oh my gosh. Not right. The thing cuts off. Wouldn't be this bad. Really shouldn't. Nuisance. Right, okay, guys, the players are coming out onto the pitch in that wonderful white training top. I hope my wife will buy for me one day. Cheapo. Right, so let's go. Let me just get up the subs, actually. Let's have a look at the substitution. Bear with me one sec. Did have it up here before. So the substitutions for us are Queven Kelleher, Simicas, Joel Ponza, Connor Bradley, Wataru Endo, Harvey Elliott, Darwin Núñez, Federico Chiesa, and Jayden Danns. And of course, Gomez, Jota, and Jones are out, injured. But Ipswich, their substitutions are Ben Johnson, Godfrey, Murich, Townsend, Jack Taylor, Nathan Broadhead, Julio Enciso, and George Hurst. That's the substitutions for the game. Right, we're just about to get underway. So important. Every single game, obviously, don't need to tell you, is important. We need to just do well on every single game, best we can. You're just taken to the centre circle. It looks like we're playing into the Cop second half. Well, depends if we miss, unless they're going to reverse this round. We've taken up that position. The only thing we do these live streams, you can't have the sound up for the copyrights, of course. Ipswich getting in the huddle. So it looks like we'll be playing into the Cop second half as we like. So we're playing from right to left. What do you think of the new home strip? There's been a few leaks coming out now about the new home strip for next season with Adidas, obviously. I'm not a great lover of Adidas for our tops because I look at our tops as plain red, and of course Adidas have the four stripes on it. So I'm not so keen myself, but I like Adidas. I just don't like them for our Liverpool tops. Right, let's put up the Liverpool team news now for me. Yeah, Alisson, Trent, Canate, Van Dijk, Robbo, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Salah, and Gakpo. Right, we're off. And say we're kicking from right to left, and it's with Robbo who plays it back to Alisson. Alisson plays it out to Gravenberch, who plays a long, deep ball. Looks like that'll be over the top of everyone. But Robbo picks up a loose ball, and now Gakpo runs in, takes a shot from about 18 yards, fires it way over the bar. And we've got all the other scores come up over here, so that's good. So I can keep an eye on how other teams are doing, in particular Wolves and Arsenal. Nice to know how they're doing. Right, goal kick now, Ipswich. Looking to play it long. All the players have headed off back. Wharton in goal for Ipswich. Plays it long and deep, plays it out to the left. Comes off an Ipswich head. They play it back to defence. Diaz under keeping him busy, but play it long up up on the wing, looking to get down onto the left-hand side as every team does. And Canate gets a nice interception in there, and we're on the counter-attack, and it gets faulted, most of and it's out for a throw-in to us over on the far-hand side. We don't look too windy there, so that's good. Boy, we've had some wind, eh? Especially up north. You guys up north. Okay, it's in defence with Trent at the moment. It's on back to Allison. He squares it to Van Dijk, who ushers everybody up. Get further up the field. He plays it short to Robertson. Robertson plays it forward to Gakpo. He tends to look for a run on from Robertson, who assists with that, but then he gives it to Ipswich player. We foul him at the same time, but looks a bit free kick Ipswich. Yeah, some of Robbo's kicks are so predictable, aren't they? You know, just so easy to defend. If you're going to do that, you've got to put it in a great pace, or put it in behind him, or something. Just trying to play it to feet in and around the box area. It's just not going to happen. So predictable. So, and then we trip him up anyway, and it's a free kick. So, goalkeeper's playing all these balls long, he's trying to keep us penned in. Van Dijk gets a header away, he comes straight back and out for a Liverpool throw-in, around about 20 yards in their own half. Three minutes gone. Well, it's just a okay start, I guess. Right now, here we go. McAllister now has three players around him, not a lot of support. They win the ball back, and it's now with Ipswich. Ipswich play it back to their defender. He tries to play a one-off for a throw-in. Doesn't come off, so he plays it back to defence. Come on, Reds, come on. Gravenberch traces down the keeper to make him play it out quickly, which he does do. Out onto the wing for Ipswich now. They're running on down to the box, but Canate intercepts that one, plays it to Szoboszlai in midfield. He looks up, plays it back to Gravenberch, across to McAllister. McAllister now running with the ball, plays it over to Andy Robertson, who's done the overlap. Nothing on, turns and gives it back to Gakpo. Gakpo to Van Dijk. Van Dijk plays a bit of a weird ball there. Just managed to keep it in. Trent back to Canate. With Van Dijk now. All a bit predictable here, really. Just playing the same kind of rinse and repeat balls, really. Playing it up, trying to get the ball up. They're so predictable. It's just being cut out quite easily by Ipswich for me. Gravenberch does a nice tackle in midfield, though, turns on the ball, looks to get it forward, but it comes off a Ipswich player and goes all the way back to Allison. Fair bit of pace on the ball. Right, Van Dijk now to Canate. Canate gives it to Mo, who tries to play it off the Ipswich defender's legs. I don't know why. Straight out, and it's a throw into Ipswich. There's never a pass on there, so I don't know what he was doing there. Needed to hold on to that and turn and maybe play it back if anything. The goals in the other games at the moment. 6 minutes gone in our game. Gakpo with a long header straight to the Ipswich defender. Van Dijk takes a nasty fall there. Goes up to take a header. He falls a bit awkwardly there. Hope he's all right. Anyway, it's with Diaz now on the left-hand side. He plays it back to McAllister. Van Dijk's hobbling along, but looks as if he's going to be okay. Oh, nasty fall there. Van Dijk now plays it across to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai looks up to Mo. Mo looks to come inside. Chips it back to Szoboszlai, plays a deep one in, reaches Andy Robertson, who's going to shoot it, which means it won't be a goal. And comes off a Ipswich defender and out for a throw in to us. Plays it quickly to McAllister. Looking to just pick up the pace a bit now, guys. Canate plays a deep one in, was looking for, I think that's Gakpo there, but it's overhit and out for a goal kick. Only start is remonstrating on the sideline. Not happy with some position of some of the players there. Right, a long one to Ipswich, which it meets him, but then it just goes it straight to Canate. In the story of this opening 7 minutes, both sides giving the ball away really quite cheaply, to be honest. The long ball played forward to Mo, just outside the box. Now he's inside the box, looks to take a shot. It's well defended by Ipswich. Mo's trying to receive the header. Rebound, he receives it. He one in. I think that was Szoboszlai. Now it's been chased down McAllister. He wins back possession just outside the box. It's a corner. Forward to Liverpool. That's better. Nice and movement and speed. No, he's actually given a goal kick. Which I don't quite get. That was definitely a corner, I think. Didn't even touch it. Even when McAllister's going bananas. Let's have a look on this replay. Because it comes off himself. It's definitely our. Stevie Wonder there on the. We're having a look at Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest now, and it's Bournemouth that scored. 1-0 Bournemouth. We've got Bournemouth next week, of course. They're playing very, very well at the moment. They've scored early on there. Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Wow. Anyway, back to our game. It's with Van Dijk, just over the halfway line. He's just gesturing to players to get into positions. He's not happy with some of the way positions some of the players are taking up. Plays it forward to Gravenberch. He gets rid of it quickly to Gakpo here on the left-hand side. He plays a deep one in straight off an Ipswich head. Like, even the pattern of this early part of this game, we're getting it forward, and it's so obvious what we're going to try and do. There was only one player in the box there. They play a deep ball in. There's 3 defenders there, and they're just going to eat that up all day long. So if you're going to play a ball in, it's got to be of the quality that makes sense. It just doesn't make sense to do some of these crosses into the box here. Makes no sense. Right, it's Ipswich with it now, and it's with Delap. Andy Robertson intercepts that, actually. Kind of gets away with that because could have easily just fallen straight to him. Right, so it's 1-0 Bournemouth, and looks like there might be a goal coming up here for Southampton. So it's Southampton 1 against Newcastle. That's quite a turnout, that one. I wouldn't be expecting that one. And of course, it's Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 0. I've got the scores coming up across the. I've got a VPN, so the scores are coming up across the bottom. Anyway, that's how much. I'll sit back a bit, guys. Oh. Right, so we're on into the box now, and we've scored. Have we? Yes. Szoboszlai, as cool as you like, receives the ball from about 20 yards out, touches it with his right foot, dummies the defender, kicks it onto his left foot, and fires it back from where it came from. So he fires it across goal kind of thing, really. So 1-0 Liverpool. Well done. Let's put a banner up to that. We actually missed that because of the in the other scores. Excellent stuff. Right, we're on attack again here with Mo. Oh, gets brought down in the box. Quite a bit of manhandling on it there. It was a good breakaway. Ipswich for the last 5 minutes has suddenly started to push out a bit. It's just leaving a little bit of space in behind because Mo was well in there. Right, it was our throw in. We played it across. It looks like Gravenberch just taking it out, so it's an Ipswich throw. What he was doing there. Slot doesn't. Slot does not look happy with that one. Anyway, so it's 1-0 in our game. It's Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 0, and Southampton 1, Newcastle 0. Brighton and Everton are still 0-0, and Wolves and Arsenal are still 0-0. Come on, Liverpool. This would put us on 53 points, guys. Amazing. What a season we're having. The thing is, we haven't even been that great, I would say, going forward. I mean, the goal was pretty good in the sense that, the defender sold himself because he tried to close out Szoboszlai from shooting. He was never planning to shoot anyway. Gets onto his left foot, moves away from that defender, and then he fires it, but he fires it back across from where it's come from with the left foot. So he didn't sort of hit it in low to the left. He hit it to the right of the goal, and that kind of caught the keeper out. There was enough pace on it to go in. So it's a good goal in that respect. It's pretty soft defending, really. Get sold like that. Sort of went full in to sort of like, I'm going to block your shot, but obviously he wasn't even shooting anyway. He was just getting set to sort of move it out of his feet. Szoboszlai again now into a similar position where he cut in for the goal. Plays it back slightly to Trent. Trent tries to play it back into Szoboszlai, who doesn't particularly control it well. It's offside actually, so free kick to Ipswich. So we started okay, guys. Like I've been saying, very, very predictable in that first 10 minutes. Looked like Ipswich just pushed up a little bit where they've been holding their line, and that enabled us to just get in behind a little bit. Pass made to Szoboszlai, and then Szoboszlai, as I've been mentioning, great goal to the right hand side of the goal, around about 15 yards or so, I suppose, something like that. Anyway, Ipswich on the attack now. They cross one in. We clear it. This is where we've got to be careful. Anyway, we managed to clear it up to Gakpo now. Kind of a counter attack here. We're getting players back now, but Szoboszlai plays it on out to Mo. Mo Salah now into the box. Just fizzles out and the goal goes into the goalkeeper's hands. Just held off quite well there, Mo, and he's just kind of lost balance and the ball just trickles through to the keeper. Nice ball played to him. If only could have done a bit more of that. Too many turns there, mate. Trying to twist in and out of the defender, and he probably could just play the ball across or something in that situation rather than overdoing it. Anyway, Ipswich bring out from defence now, down on the left-hand side, up over the halfway line. He's looking up. They pass it between each other. Still playing it down the line. Now Trent one-on-one. Nice interception there from, I think that's Gravenberch. One-on-one with Trent. Gravenberch came from behind, threw his legs and just took the ball away from the defender. Clean through as well, wasn't a foul at all. Red Dyke again is gesticulating to everybody to get up. He's not happy with some of the players. I don't know. Interesting. Right. Canate now. Canate plays it central to Gravenberch. Gravenberch looks to play it through. It comes back to Van Dijk. Everybody in the Ipswich half at the moment, and all of the Ipswich players are there. Out to Gakpo on the wing. They're just looking to defend space now at the moment. Canate just passing it around inside their half, about 10 yards inside. Now with Van Dijk. Van Dijk to McAllister. McAllister. Back to McAllister again. McAllister now on to Van Dijk. All Liverpool at the moment, we're just probing just outside the box. Ball played across to Canate. He plays it on out to Mo. Look to pick up the pace a little bit. It's now with Diaz just outside the box. He plays it over to Gakpo. Gakpo looks to play it in. Looks to play a 1-2 with Andy Robertson, and the ball too much on it, so it goes out for a goal kick. They're a bit more promising in the build-up. A little bit more promising in the build-up than what we saw before there, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. Oh. Sorry, it's not the greatest clear picture. I don't know what to do about the reception I get here. I'm going to have to look into getting a better setup here. We're doing live stuff on StreamYard. It's just not good enough, really. Right, okay, sorry guys, was not paying attention there. It's actually a corner to Ipswich now, I believe. So we've got some defending to do now. This is where we've got to be switched on, these situations. You know, it was just a goal kick from their end, and it's all the way down here now for a corner to them. So still Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 0, and Southampton 1, Newcastle 0. It's 0-0 in the other two games, in particular the Wolves Arsenal game, still 0-0. Right, so we've got to defend this corner now. A bit of a delay in taking it. There's a bit of arguing going on. They play a deep one in. Alisson gets a hand to that, palms it out, and it comes off a Liverpool defender. Didn't see who that was, and we got a free kick out of that. I don't know. Right, it looks like Arsenal are going to score now. I know I've missed. Arsenal just had a gilt-edged chance to score, and they've messed it up. All into the box, and they just mess it up. Still 0-0. Right, Andy Robertson plays it to McAllister. McAllister plays it forward to Szoboszlai. He doesn't quite control that. It's back with Ipswich, but we intercept that now. Back with McAllister again. Looks to take a long-range shot. Just past the post. About 25 yards out. Could he have done more with that? Did he have time to do something a bit better with that? It's kind of opened up for him to have a shot, to be fair. No defenders near him or blocking him. So, but the shot was off target anyway. Right now it's back with Alisson, who plays it forward to Van Dijk. It's 64% possession to us. We've had 4 attempts. They've had none. And 34% possession to them. They've had a sniff, guys, really, apart from that corner they just had, which they didn't really do much with. McAllister now. Plays it forward to Gakpo. I feel like Gakpo's dipped a bit lately. I mean, he's played a couple of balls in, those kind of predictable balls that are just going to get intercepted and cut out, and that's about all he's done. But a nice ball up to Mo from Gravenberch. He quite control it though. He's got 2 or 3 round in all the time, Mo Salah, and it's not giving him time to do anything with the ball. Had a bit of a poor first touch, and then just couldn't kind of regain it there. and Ipswich clear it. But there's still possession. We still have possession with it with Gravenberch. Goes over the halfway line into our own half. He plays it back to Gravenberch. Right, Southampton, Newcastle have got a VAR check for something there. But long ball up to Gakpo there, who doesn't do anything with that. Goes back to the keeper. Free kick to Liverpool down the other end. The lap thought he was going to be going in on goal there, but it wasn't. It was offside, so actually I think it was a foul. He had his arm around the neck of. I wonder what's happening with that VAR check. It still shows VAR check at Southampton. Anyway, worry about our own game. Van Dijk, McAllister. He plays it on up to Diaz. Diaz now plays it back to McAllister. Cross to Canate. Plays it over to Trent. And the tempo has just dropped right off the game at the moment. One play down out to Gakpo. Gakpo turns. What's he going to do with it? Looking back, almost gets dispossessed. Just gets one off. Manages to get it to McAllister. And Van Dijk takes a long range shot. I don't know why. He's never going to get anything from there. The defender is down for. The defender is down now for. He goes in to make. He actually challenges Gakpo, but comes off worse himself. He's been in a lot of pain as well. Looks like he was overstretching there, if anything. So breaking play at the moment. It says there's a VAR check at Southampton, so I don't know what that's about. Been for quite a while there now. Still Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Southampton 1, Newcastle 0. And it's Brighton 0, Everton 0, Wolves 0, and Arsenal. Have they scored? Let's have a look. No. 2 attempts they've had now, they've missed both of them. Still 0-0. We've still got a break in play for this injury, which was caused by the player who got injured, caused the actual injury to himself because he went in to make a tackle on McAllister and ended up injuring himself in the process. McAllister, Gakpo. It looks like his guy might be coming off. It's been down a long time now. So what do we think, guys? Let's go over the teams again quickly while there's even medical treatment there. So we've got. So let's go over Ipswich. Which have Wharton in goal, O'Shea, Greaves, Tanzabi, Davis, Phillips, Morsey, Burns, Hutchinson, Philogene, Badace, and Delap. And then for Liverpool, we have Allison, Trent, Canate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Mack, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Salah, and Gakpo. That's how that is. Right, Nottingham Forest. No, Newcastle. I think they probably should have had. I think that's probably what the VAR check was for. What I saw earlier there. Quite enough contact there for me. Does kind of clip. They get a penalty out of that. Too sure that was goal Newcastle. Isak. He's scoring for fun, of course, at the moment. So it's 1-1 there. So while there's a break in play, it's Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Brighton 0, Everton 0, Southampton 1, Newcastle 1, and Wolves 0, Arsenal 0. 1-0 to us. This guy's being stretched off. I mean, it didn't look much. It's kind of amazing, really, because he actually made the tackle, but it didn't look like that much to me. I mean, he actually goes into the ankle of Grab Gakpo, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe it was the position of his foot or something. I don't know, but it's a lot of pain. So he's going to be stretched off. There's going to be a fair bit of added time now on the end of the end of the first half here. And the Forest with a chance there. Channel's just sort of like showing highlights of the other games at the moment while the injuries dealt with. Still on the pitch, still being loaded up onto the stretcher. Only sometimes the injuries that players pick up when it doesn't even look much is sometimes they say they're the worst. Sort of see why there, because you would never have expected that the outcome for him to be being stretched off. He's the one who actually made the attack as well. So Newcastle go close with Isak again with a shot from about 20 yards. Gets played back to him. No, not 20 yards, probably about 18 yards. Keeper makes a double save. Right, so back to our match now. I think it's about to get going again. Johnson's come on for. Who's it that went off? I need to check who that was. We've got a throw in. It's 2-0 Newcastle. 2-1 Newcastle. An absolutely fantastic goal from Isak. What a goal. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous goal. Receives it from about 18 yards out. Just past the defender, just slots it into the right hand corner. So it's 2 for Isak in this game. There's 2-1 to Newcastle. They're beating Southampton at the moment. Same scores in the other match. Right back to ours. It is with Trent. Plays it back to Canate. 30 minutes on the clock. There's going to be added time now. Of course, probably about 7 or 8 minutes was it with that injury there. Trent plays it across to Van Dijk. Andy Robertson gets going. Decides not to play it to him. Plays it over to Canate. It's just kind of broken the rhythm up a bit now, the game. We've played it a bit of a better tempo, guys. They've not been anything of a threat going forward. So if we're going to break down the low blocks, we've got to move it quicker. No point in just knocking it about. There's no pace at all on the ball. Stupid. Well, Van Dijk plays a long one over to Gakpo, and it's just kicked straight out. Gakpo has not been good today, I don't think. He's very predictable on anything he does in a positive way moving forward. He's lost the ball a couple of times. And hasn't just his decisions. He's actually had a lot of the ball, just hasn't done anything with it up to now. Now he goes and makes a foul on Delap, which is just crazy. Right, Delap now plays it forward to Gakpo, kind of intercepts it, but then loses it. And McAllister picks up the pieces. Now Canate plays it forward to Gravenberch, who's being wrestled. breaks free and gets across to Canate. Canate plays one on out to Mo. That's a bit short, but he gets away with it. Manages to keep hold of that. Now, Sabozalai loses it. It's back with Ipswich. We intercept it again. It's back with us. Nice ball played out to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson plays it across the back to McAllister, who kicks it forward, but just rebounds off a Ipswich defender. Now it's with Canate. Mo looking to run into the boxes up against Davis. Plays one in. It's headed away by the Ipswich defender. Goes all the way back to Van Dijk. I say all the way back because we're camped in their half at the moment, so it's about 20 yards inside their own half. Now it's with Gakpo. Gakpo plays a short one back to Van Dijk. Andy Robertson plays one in, met with the Ipswich defender, predictably. Right, Robertson now. Now Diaz has come out onto this left now. He plays it across to Gravenberch, who flicks it forward. I think that was Robertson who just doesn't do anything with that. It's a long ball down to Ipswich now, who find themselves just outside our box. And it's out for a goal kick. Even how is that not a free kick to them? But I think it's pretty 50-50. Right, Andy Robertson on this left-hand side, seen quite a bit of the ball in the last 5 minutes since that injury. He plays it across to Van Dijk. Van Dijk looks up and plays it across to Trent. Trent plays it back to Van Dijk. That injury has just taken all the sort of fizz out of the game now. The tempo's pretty rotten. Here goes Mo, looking to run into the box, which he does. Gets a cross in. Keeper comes off the keeper, but falls straight to an Ipswich defender who's standing by. If there had been any Liverpool players there, someone might have had a tap in. Just a ball played in against the keeper, really. I don't think he was expecting it. Right, Gakpo hasn't done a single good pass yet. That's a good one. Plays it into Mo, who scores from an acute angle. Yes, Mo Salah. Brilliant ball in from Gakpo, who's been poor this game. Plays it to the back post, straight to Salah, who just kicks in the roof of the net from a tight angle over on the left-hand side. So it's 2-0 to Liverpool now. Brilliant goal. Let's just update that score. Let's just updating the score, guys. So that's 2. Unsaved. Sorry, guys, I'm not doing a very good job of working this blooming thing here. There we go, Ipswich. So Liverpool 2. Ipswich now, Mohamed Salah. Still 2-1. It's breaking play at the moment. So, but Newcastle 2, Southampton 1, Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Brighton 0, Everton 0. It's been a strange game because the injury seemed to slow us right down. But we've got to be a bit honest, they are quite poor. Ipswich, really. I mean, we've not had to do much to get these goals. Even the ball that was played in should have been dealt with. Once Mo Salah's got, it's not really be scoring from such an acute angle over on the right hand side of the post. Probably not really. So yeah, chance for Newcastle again, just goes wide. How good is that Isak? Isak. That second goal he just scored is so cold. Just a cold goal, man. Runs into the box and just slots it past the keeper like he's, Beautiful goal. Anyway, 2-0 to us without without having to be anything near brilliant. Let's be honest. Right, Van Dijk. Looks up, looks to play it forward to Diaz, changes his mind and plays it across to Trent. Trent plays a longer ball through to Szoboszlai. Hits it on back to Trent. Now it's with Gravenberch. Gravenberch over to Mo. Mo Salah plays one into the box, comes off the defender who sort of rolled around on the floor to defend that. Mo gets it back, tries to play a 1-2 with Trent, but it gets intercepted. But it's now back with Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson on out to Gravenberch. Gakpo. Gakpo runs all the way across the line. And it's now with Mo just outside the box. Tries to play a cute one through for Trent. Doesn't come off. Hits the defender, Ipswich defender. They clear it. Just a slight opportunity for them to get a break on there, but Delap makes a kind of a mess of it, and we get back and get the defensive thing in. But that's the kind of things we have to be careful with. The transitions, Right. Andy Robertson plays it up into the box, straight into the Ipswich keeper's hands. There's a VAR check at Brighton against Everton, so has there been a goal there? We don't know. Mo Salah on 19 goals for the season now. Erling Haaland on 17, Isak 17, Cole Palmer 14, and Chris Wood 14. Isak, from where he was, it's just been incredible this last 5 or 6 weeks. It's just been incredible. McAllister gets caught from behind. We get a free kick just outside the box on the left-hand side. I think Gakpo was fouled before he was, really, but gets it there, gets a nudge in the back. Not much of a foul, really, but the ref gives it. So chance to cross one in now. About 10 yards outside the box. So Andy Robertson standing over it. He's got an option to play it short to Gakpo or hook one in. We're going to hook it in. Makes the most sense. Steps up, puts his hand up, it's crossed in, goes over everybody and comes off at Ipswich defender. We've got to get better quality guys off our corners and our free kicks. We just don't make enough of them. In the last couple of games, we've had so many opportunities, and especially corners, and we just don't do anything with them. They're so predictable. So there's a lot of work to be done on some of those areas in our game, We're only getting sort of like 12, 13 or more corners. The penalty at Brighton and Everton, I don't know who it's to at the moment. I'll come back to that when I get some results there. It's interesting with this game I'm watching today because it's giving you all the other results as well, which is quite nice. Right, Robertson now plays it over to Van Dijk. He plays it up just over the halfway line to Konate, which is where we're playing, right up on the halfway line virtually, because all of Ipswich have just retreated right back to make some kind of a block. We got gears we can change into in this game and things like that. We haven't been brilliant ourselves. We've wasted a lot of opportunities to get it into the box, I feel. Gravenberch plays it back to Mo's, dropped deep for a minute. He looks up to play it across to Andy Robertson. We've seen quite a bit of ball since that injury. Mo, Gravenberch. Gravenberch back to Konate. Konate to Van Dijk. Now it's with Diaz. Diaz out tricks his guy, crosses one into the box. A nice deep ball. Just gets dealt with by Ipswich just about, but it's only goes to as far as Gravenberch, who plays it across to McAllister. Van Dijk to Andy Robertson. Diaz now. Back to Robertson. Back to Diaz. Diaz has to turn and be defensive because he's coming under some attack. Now it's with Mo. Who plays it forward to Andy Robertson, who plays a nice ball in, but it's dealt with by the defence for Ipswich. Out of the Van Dijk out to Gakpo. Gakpo runs. All played in. Sorry about my reception, guys. I'm going to look into what's causing all of this. It's a bit weird. Well, really good internet speed, so I don't know why. Right, so we're just going to see the penalty at Brighton in a minute, so you know what that is. I think it's day. Everton 1, Brighton 0. Everton away from home, beating Brighton now. Well, we play a ball into the box. Oh, it comes off. Yes. A goal. And if it's offside, I think it's a goal. Gakpo. Ball comes in. It's a bit of a melee. Comes off the defender, back to Gakpo, just touches it in from very close range. 3-0 Liverpool. Wow. Well, without playing well, we're just without playing well, we're kind of let's just change that scoreline. 3-0. Right. No, 3-0 Liverpool. Playing well. Yeah, it looked like it was Szoboszlai. Plays the ball in. It comes off the keeper, just goes into Gakpo's path, really. Just slots it in from real close range. Slot didn't even believe it was a goal at first, which I didn't, funnily enough. But anyway, 3-0 to us. Really comfortable game. I mean, you might find we might get a few substitutions on in the second half, like Chiesa. Who would you like to see come on, lads? Chiesa, people like that might come on. Which would be interesting. Diaz outside the box, just kind of inside the box there. Ipswich managed to bring it out. They play it out to this far right side, being carefully watched there by Andy Robertson. Is that a free kick? It's a free kick to Ipswich. It's over the halfway line. A foul on Phillips. So there's 7 minutes. 7 minutes of stoppage time, which it sounds about right because it must have been about that for that injury. We've got 7 minutes to go. Kieran McKenna looks absolutely fed up. He really does. There's also 7 minutes in the Wolves Arsenal game, and 7 minutes in the Brighton game as well. So they must have had some stoppages there. And they're just showing us some footage of Wolves while it's not happening. Nothing happened to us. The red card. Red card for well, I don't know. That was a red. It's a foul. Lewis Skelly sent off for Arsenal. I mean, he's going at quite a bit of pace, but I don't know that was a red card. He sticks a foot out, just touches the player, but I mean, not unless it's a second yellow. I mean, it's certainly a bookable offence. So, but I wouldn't have thought it was a straight red. It was from his own defence, so it wasn't as if he was denying a goal scoring opportunity or anything of that nature. Right, anyway, Mo on into the box. Been looking a bit. He's been definitely growing into this game, Mo. Anyway, it's back with Ipswich now. They're looking to move it a bit quicker, Ipswich. They get another free kick over on the left-hand side. Big Canate brings him down. He looks at the ref as if to say, "What's wrong with that?" Ipswich playing it around at the back. They're looking to have a little bit more possession now. These 7 minutes. Obviously, we're 3-0 up, but nothing dangerous or anything to particularly worry about at this moment in time. But we're looking to get it forward more now. Right, Andy Robertson on this left-hand side. Plays it over to Canate. Canate to Trent. Trent looks to get it to Mo on that wing. Seems to be getting more and more joy against Davis than what it was in the first 10 minutes or so. Throw into us anyway. Van Dijk. Now it's with Robertson. Just outside the box here with Diaz. Diaz across to Canate. Absolutely dominating the possession now. I mean, it's just incredible. Oh, Brent tried to play a nice one through to Salah and run into the box. And Phillips cuts it out. Phillips manages to cut it out. That would have been a nice touch through because it would have been a one-on-one with the keeper from Ole. Half-time, Newcastle, Southampton. It's Newcastle 2, Southampton 1 in that game. Also half-time at Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth are winning 1-0 in that one. We've got Bournemouth next, guys. That's going to be a big game. Really huge. Anyway, we're looking to defend the ball that was played across the box there, which we kind of successfully do. Or do we? Yeah, we get a free kick. Ball was just played right across the box and then our box. And Trent manages to run it down, sort of clears it. We do a kind of dummy, which doesn't really come off, but it actually leads to a foul on us. So we just got to keep concentrated now, guys, in this game. We're 3-0 up. So we just got to make sure we don't do nothing silly. We'll be fine. But I mean, without even being out of second gear, I'd say, not even third gear. In the midweek European game, I think we were in third gear in that one. This one, I don't think we're even in second. It's just been a walk in the park, really. We've not been that brilliant. Oh, Trent played one across the box with Diaz running in. It's just inches away from getting a header on that. Would have made it 4-0. We just seem to carve them open at will. So close. Any rather the defender knows he's there. So Wolves and Arsenal are still playing. They're obviously Arsenal are down to 10 men with Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly is his name. He got sent off, the young chap for Arsenal. So they're down to 10. But still playing in that game. It's also still playing in the Brighton and Everton game, but Everton leading 1-0 away from home. It's Brighton in that one, for the surprise. They're the penalty, so Mo Salah plays it off the Ipswich defender, goes out for a throw into us. Throw in's quickly taken to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Robertson. Robertson now to Diaz. Diaz seems to have come out onto this left-hand side, and Gakpo. Gakpo wasn't particularly good on the wing, actually. He's got into the middle now. Diaz is out here on the left. I don't know if there's a permanent thing. Someone mentioned something about that, whether that was what they were planning to do. Oh, No, 1-2 in the box. Mo Salah knocks it back to Szoboszlai, who takes a dipping shot from the right hand side of the goal. And McAllister, actually, it's McAllister who plays it out to Szoboszlai, and he plays a nice ball in, fair shot, a lot of power on it, just goes wide of the goal. So even in this injury time, we've had 2 or 3 chances to score. It's half time, guys. Right, so I should be back in a mo. Just go and freshen up a little bit. Yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think of this, how we're playing, and everything like that. Like I say, I don't think we've been at our absolute brilliant best. I thought Gakpo started the game poorly, has grown into the game, seems to have gone central, and Diaz has come out to the left. But yeah, the goals were good. Just a commanding performance. We could be, let's be honest about it, 4 or 5-0 up in here. Anyway, I should catch you in a minute, guys. I'm just gonna basically have a little break, toilet break, as it were. guys, back again. Let me just put some lights on here. Put some light on the situation. One second, guys. Well, what we'll do is we'll have a look at the substitutions. Yeah, so look at the substitutions. We could perhaps bring Harvey Elliott on, maybe. Looks a bit dark, doesn't it? Maybe Harvey Elliott could come on. Nunes, come on. Gakpo or someone. Chiesa, I'd like to see Chiesa come on, actually. You know, if you want to make any changes to the midfield, give some of the midfielders a rest. There's Wataru Endo could come on probably with about, say, 65, 70 maybe. Might be a good idea. Just do that one. But, yeah. Looking at the highlights of the other games at the moment. Isak is, yeah. I feel not 100% sure that's a penalty. Got to see it from a. He does touch his foot, but it's. Then he drags it back though. The sort of the defender brings his foot back, the Southampton defender, and I think that just gives probably more contact for them to play on. But Isak's second goal is cold, absolutely cold goal from him. I just so want that player up. If we had him at our club, wow, playing with the attackers we got, it's gonna have a field day. Now just looking at Brighton, yeah, he swipes the ball away with his hand. I mean, it's not deliberate, but there's a given, I'm afraid. So yeah, definite penalty for Everton there. So they lead 1-0. Day scorer. Anyway, 3-0 Liverpool. Brilliant stuff. So we've got an opportunity to rest a few for the. I mean, PSV isn't a game we need to win, but considering who we're playing against and considering considering who we're actually playing against, there's a chance that maybe We could. Uh, Slot might want to go stronger than you might think in that game, just to get the 100% as well down. Be the only club to have. Obviously, it's the first year of this new phase of the Champions League, so you might want to get the 7 out. You might want to get 8 out of 8. You know what I mean? Be the first team to do that. I think we're the only ones that can do that. So, even if other teams in other years gone to do it, we'll always be the first in this new format. So, there's little things like that to play for. I don't know. I don't think he'll make massive changes again. To be honest, he doesn't. He doesn't really seem to be the manager that makes a lot of changes. But what he does do is manage minutes for players. And that's why I think in the second half, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we don't see a few, with us being 3-0 up. And I mean, I just can't see them making a big impact in the second half either. I think it'll just be we've got gears we can change into. I mean, that's the thing. We've got loads of gears we can change into in this match if we need to. So when you think of all of that stuff, I don't see it really. Just don't see it. We nearly missed 2 of the 3 goals. Because the thing is, it's got the stream I'm watching on is kind of like showing other games as well as you go. So that's what happened on that second goal in particular. The third one, I just wasn't sure if either it was offside or whatever. Even Slot was looking around, did that actually go into there? Is that actually a goal? But it was. Mo Salah high into the roof of the net. Brilliant goal. Yeah, very cute angle too. So we're playing well, guys. Well, I say we're playing well. We're playing within ourselves. We're not under any pressure at all from them, really. I mean, they've had one corner they had, which didn't come to anything. There was another one where they got it forward, and Kanate brought the player down, but I mean, it wasn't. They never come to nothing either. So it's not. They're just not done anything really. As I say, the first 10 minutes, although we had good possession of the ball, I just thought we were very wasteful getting it into the box and stuff like that. We weren't finding our players. It was coming off Ipswich defenders and them just clearing it. It's really comfortable for them. But then we sort of picked it up. They sort of came out a little bit, actually. They sort of went a little bit 10 yards up. I don't know whether that came from the manager or they were told to do that before the match, Once we get after that first 10 minutes or so, push up a little bit. And that just seemed to allow that little bit more space, enough for us, really. And then the others kind of come from just clever play, really. So 3-0, very well deserved. Could have been 5-0, actually, because we had a good couple of chances before half time in the extra time portion. So Sevilla play West Ham on Monday. Monday Night Football. Aston Villa manager really disappointed with his players at the moment. Felt they didn't do as he wanted to do. Next weekend is Arsenal versus Man City. It's a massive game. And Arsenal and Man City, of course, later today have got Chelsea. That'll also be an interesting one. It'll all be over, guys. I mean, if let's just say, for instance, that it's another draw for Arsenal in their game, they're down to 10 men in it. Are we going to start thinking to ourselves, it's more or less over here? We're probably not. We're not going to lose this from this position. I wouldn't have thought. Mind you, second half we've got to be switched on. We've got to play well. We've got to still continue with the same process. They're probably going to give it a little bit of a go for the first 10, 15. So we need to still be, ready for it. So the players are out. We're kicking towards the Kop. Second half, of course. Their kick-off. And just play it back to defence. Looking to play a long one out wide left, which Kanate deals with. It's interesting because since Kanate has come back from his injury, he's picking up a lot of left-sided he's concentrating a lot on that left-hand side there, just behind Trent, because we've been targeted for so long in that area that um, well, Ipswich here has started like a house on fire. But we are on a breakaway here with Andy Robertson, who plays it on into the box with Luis Diaz, who plays a nice shimmy. Oh yes, goes through about 3 or 4 players. Just comes off an Ipswich defender though. Then they have to clear it down. But just prior to that, Ipswich were moving it very quickly in and around our box, and we had to deal with that. But you knew this was going to happen, that they would obviously come out and have a go. They're 3-0 down, so there's no point in them just sitting back and defending at this moment in time. All the other games are off and running. Half-time symbols have gone. Some nice work from Diaz there in the box. Goes to play it back to Gakpo, and it's just intercepted by the defender. Not quite enough pace on it, and it's a little bit predictable. Anyway, with Konate now inside their half, so Bozolai plays on out to Mo Salah, plays a lovely ball inside. No one there to meet it. Lovely ball inside to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai and Salah are getting a nice partnership going lately. Anyway, it's with Gravenberch now. Van Dijk. Mo Salah. Salah. Looks to play a deep one in across to Gakpo, but it's too much on it. It goes on out for a goal kick. So Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Brighton 0, Everton 1, Southampton 1, Newcastle 2, and it's Wolves 0, Arsenal 0, and Arsenal are down to 10 men. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. The goalkeeper goes to take a goal kick, and it divots off the ground almost, really. And he looks down at the ground to see what happened there, but they managed to get it down into our half. But it's with Trent. Trent wins a throw in on this near side. Right, Mo Salah looks to close down the Ipswich defender who plays it back to the keeper. Diaz is not allowing him to have any time with the ball. He plays it out, looks down this left-hand side. Konate gets 2 tackles in to keep a hold of the ball. Mo Salah now. Mo Salah looks across to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson forward now. He plays it out to Gakpo. He's gone back out onto that left-hand side. We saw Diaz out there for a while in the first half, and Gakpo is more central, and of course he scored. Right, Gravenberch. Deep in their half now. Towards the Kop. Konate. Trent. Mo. Back to Trent. It's tripped up Mo Salah. It gets back to his feet. Oh, congested in there. So Ipswich come away with that. Silly ball to play in there. There was other player that could have played the ball wide there, or even across the Mo would have been a better option. Just played it into a deep section of, just a deep area, really. And it is 3-1 to Newcastle. They've scored again. Wow. Two of the goal scorers. Yeah, 3-1 to Southampton, to Newcastle. Anyway, we're still with the ball, and it's with Konate. Ipswich just camped in their own half now. They, of course, will have to take more chances because they're 3-0 down here. So just this, I know we're having a lot of the possession, so there's not a lot they can do as a corner to us, by the way. They're going to have to push up. They're going to have to go for it. They're going to have to look to try and counter us or something. because at the moment they're just playing into our hands. We don't have to score, so even if we tap it around to each other, it doesn't really matter. Right, so Boslai's taking this one over on the far-hand side, standing just in front of the cop there. He plays it in. It's quite deep centrally. Andy Robertson heads it back out. It's all a bit ping-pongy in the box at the moment. Ipswich come away with it, though. They look to run it down, but Trent just ushers him off the ball. Play it out as a throw into us. Just can't get out of their own half now. Just all us. All Liverpool. Brevenberch. 15 yards inside Ipswich's half. The whole entire team is 3/4 of the way in to their half. Just totally playing this in their half at the moment. Got time to look up and pass it. Quite deflated, really. They look Ipswich. Not even very many tackles coming in at the moment. They're just kind of defending space. Keeper rolls a ball out to his defender with Mo Salah right near him. That's quite dangerous. Mo Salah was closing the keeper down there. If he'd have got that right, it'd have been a tap in. I don't know why he threw it out to that defender, because Mo Salah was standing so close to him. It's back to the keeper again, who has to deal with that. Just about deals with it. Now it's on down the wing. It's with Delap. He's going running into the box. Ooh. Down the wing. They hit it. They managed to clear it inside the box. They're on another attack here at Ipswich. They just want to give them any encouragement, guys. Canate runs side by side with Delap and just leans into him in the box. Probably wasn't a penalty actually or anything, but it was, I don't know, quite a forceful push, I have to say. Anyway, it's now with Ipswich, who are now got themselves forward and are now looking to have some bit of possession here now. Play a ball into the box, but no one there. It's with Diaz, who does a wonderful job of managing to keep a hold of the ball, having had a defender push him to the floor, and he plays it with his feet, manages to stand up and keep hold of the ball. It's played long down into back to the Ipswich goalkeeper now. Ipswich looking to have a bit more of the ball, and Slot is going mad about closing players down, absolutely remonstrating with them. This is the kind of things we don't want to switch off. We want to keep going. It's not been a strenuous game. This one has not been strenuous. Really hasn't been a strenuous game. So there is no need. 2-0 Bournemouth. 2-0 Bournemouth. They've beaten Nottingham Forest 2-0. Wow. We've got a big game next weekend with Bournemouth, because they're playing so well, Bournemouth. They really, really are. And they're playing not Forest here. They're third in the league. They're just showing that Canate foul in the box there again. So it's 2-0 Bournemouth. It's Nottingham Forest. It's 1-0 Everton still. Newcastle are 3-1 up. And Wolves and Arsenal still 0-0. Yeah, we just, for the last 5 minutes, switched off a little bit, allowed them to have a little bit of the ball in some dangerous areas, not been picking up too well, and they've been managing to have a bit of joy. I mean, nothing major has happened, but we've had to, quite considerably defend in those situations. And, yeah. So not the best. Oh my gosh, it's 3-0 Bournemouth. Bournemouth are absolutely ripping Nottingham Forest apart here. 3-0 in no time. And that's got to be 2 goals in a minute there for Bournemouth. They're playing so well. Big game for us. That could be our biggest game of the season up to now next week, because they're playing as well as this. And I think we're playing them at Bournemouth, are we? So we might be playing them at Bournemouth, so that ain't going to be an easy one. Yeah. Anyway, back to our game. Is that going to be offside? I'm not sure. You're looking at it. Yeah, it's 2-0 still. They've ruled that one off for offside. Anyway, back to our game. Ipswich with the ball again. We've really sort of dropped off quite a bit now. Obviously, we're 3-0 up, understandably so, but we don't want to give them too much encouragement with having loads of the ball here. And they just play it out of play, which is good for us. So this is when Slot might make one or two changes pretty soon. Well, it's only 56 on the clock, but yeah, I just don't want to see any encouragement. A lot of players going down to warm up now. Harvey Elliott, one of them. Like Kwanzaa's going down as well. But we've got to travel abroad, I think. We're travelling there, aren't we, on the weekend? Next week. This game's pretty much done and dusted, so. Right, Van Dijk now, up over the halfway line. Plays it forward to Andy Robertson. Robertson on out to Gakpo. Gakpo back to McAllister. McAllister plays it across to Konate. About 25 yards from goal here. Looks up, not too sure where to pass it to, and eventually passes it to Trent. It's now with Mo Salah. Mo Salah to Trent. Trent crosses one into the box. Comes off a defender. Nearly fell to Mo Salah, but not quite. Bit panicky there at the back. Ipswich were. And we've got possession back. We bring it forward again, up over the halfway line with Van Dijk. Van Dijk on out to Robertson. Robertson back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk plays it up to Gakpo. Gakpo cuts inside. Almost gets it robbed from him, but he manages to keep the ball. Now Robertson out on the wing. Van Dijk looking to cross one in, but decides to play it across to Konate. We're so advanced here, which we do have to be careful in case there's any counter-attacks, of course. Mo Salah plays a nice ball forward to McAllister, who gets dispossessed. And Ipswich tried to bring it out, but McAllister's holding him off at the moment. With Delap. Ipswich look to play it across into midfield, which they do. Back to their defence. Looking to try and close them down here to not let the attack come to much, but they've still got the ball. They're bringing it forward up over the halfway line into midfield now. Play a long raking ball out to the left-hand side, and we're standing off of them, giving them quite a bit of space here. Well, Trent didn't do enough there for me. Mosul has been dispossessed just outside the box. This is what I'm talking about. See, now our concentration's going now, and we're being silly, giving them too much possession and all the rest of it. Is that a corner? Corner to Ipswich. They're claiming a handball. But it's funny because we've been, even though we're having, apparently there's another goal at Bournemouth, is there? Although we're controlling the game quite well, in the moments when we do lose it, they're looking to, I mean, they're 3-0 down. So they've got to go for it, haven't they? And we're just kind of like standing off them a bit too much. We're not getting any kind of physical sort of attacks on or anything like that. And that's playing into the hands. So the corner was played in. They just had a shot at goal. Corner was played in. It was cleared by us. Went out onto the edge of the area. They shot one in, and Bournemouth were on the attack in their game. Looks like another goal was 3-0 Bournemouth. Bournemouth are absolutely bullying Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are getting slapped. Right, Gravenberch. Gravenberch plays it forward to St. Boswell, who's out on this left right-hand side. He goes to run into the box. Trent doesn't follow that up. On over the other side to Gakpo now. Gakpo running with the ball, chips it in. Looks to play in a ball to Szoboszlai, but it comes to nothing. They clear it. Comes back to Konate, and he's played it on out to Van Dijk. Van Dijk with the ball now. Might have a package coming here, guys, so I might have to pause a minute. Right, sorry, guys. Okay, so we've got Van Dijk now on the ball. Mo Salah crosses one into the box, comes off an Ipswich defender. Back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk picks up the ball now, plays it forward to Konate. Konate plays it forward to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai playing it over to... Yeah, it's just kind of keep ball, really, at the moment. Obviously, all about that first half, those 3 goals of, Right, Konate now on out to Trent. Looks to cross one in. Comes off the defender again. Why? It's mad. Trent plays a back heel to try and meet Gravenberch, but the Townsend gets in the way of it. Goes on out for a switch throw. Right, Van Dijk plays it forward to Konate. Up over the halfway line. Plays it out wide to... Basically, what's happened out here on the right is that most Salah's going more in central, and Szoboszlai has come out to the right-hand side. Nice ball played in by Trent, but gets dealt with by the defence. It's out for a throw into us. Szoboszlai seems to have switched to the outside at the moment. Whether it's just because of the last 5 minutes he's been hanging out towards the right. Come inside now, though. Right, it's with Andy Robertson. 63 minutes gone. Kind of like to see a couple of changes, actually. Long range shot from Szoboszlai, which is intercepted by the Ipswich defence. Throw into us on this near side. About 15 yards in. Play back to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai plays it to Gravenberch. Plays it back to Konate. Konate is in the Ipswich half, and he plays it forward to Van Dijk. The whole entire team is in their half. Cross to Konate. Konate plays it across to Trent. Trent plays it forward to Mo. Mo back to Trent. Mo looked to play it in now. They're on a counter-attack here because Mo went to play a ball in, which he goes back and retrieves it himself. Well done, Mo. He lost the ball, so he went and got it back. Looked to just do a pass out. Was intercepted by the Ipswich player and just ran with it into masses of open space because we're camped so much in their half. That's going to be the thing we have to watch a little bit, is those counter-attacks. I mean, the 3-0 up, I'm over-dramatising, really, because they're just warning of the things we need to be careful of. That's 4-0. Beautiful ball in from Trent. Plays it across to Gakpo, who just... simplest of headers. A beautiful ball in from Trent. Doesn't have to do anything with it. Nunes could have scored that one because, like I say, so 4-0 to Liverpool. Just after they'd had that little bit of attack. Right. Let's look at that. Four 0. Easy as that. Well, I predicted 3-0, so I got it wrong, guys. 4-0. I fairly could feel that we'd do well, be something. I didn't expect it to be kind of like it's still 0-0 by the way in the Wolves and Arsenal game. But if they don't win this game against Wolves, there's a VAR check on this. No, he's onside. Definitely onside there. 100% onside. They're played on there by the defender. You can clearly see it. Yeah, it's onside there, definitely. You can see 100% onside. Why is it taking so long? With the human eye, I can see that that's onside. The Ipswich defender is just that bit more forward than. Yeah, there we are, onside. It's goal 4-0. Why they're checking that, I have no idea. With the human eye, you don't even need VAR. With the human eye, you can see it's clearly onside. So why they're checking that? Anyway, it's Bournemouth 3, Nottingham Forest 0, Brighton 0, Everton 1, Southampton 1, Newcastle 3, and it's 0-0. Arsenal against Wolves. Poor Arsenal. Just a great goal from Gakpo. Well, I say it's a great goal. It's actually a beautiful cross from Trent, who just passes it straight onto his head. Right, a whole host of changes coming up here now, as I thought might happen. 4-0 up. It's just no point. Just get some fresh legs on and give these guys a rest. So Gravenberch has gone off. Gravenberch is off. Even off. So Bozolai, Gakpo, Gravenberch were off, and Elliot, Nunes, Endo on, which is good subs there, I think. Definitely good subs. Just showing the Chelsea team to play against Man City. Showing the team: Paul Palmer, Jadon Sancho in, Medawaki, Nicholas Jackson up front. Right. With Canate, we're still camped outside their half. We're having some fun here. Harvey Elliott, of course, is on, and he receives the ball. Chips one over to Diaz. Diaz lets to try and be pushed off the ball. That has none of it. Manages to get a pass off to McAllister. Canate seeing a lot of the ball in the second half centrally. Feels like a midfielder. Ball played in towards Endo, who gets slightly pushed, but it's overhit anyway, so I'm out for a goal kick. Oh, Wolves nearly scored, Wolves nearly scored. Fingertip save by the Arsenal goalkeeper. Oh, then they had a corner. They nearly scored on the follow-up. Come on, Wolves. They're dead food now, aren't they? They're absolutely dead food. Right. Anyway, we don't want to concentrate on that game. Right, Endo plays it across to Canate. Canate plays one in and plays it in off of Mr. Elliott. Elliott looks to cross it back in, comes off the Ipswich defender, and it's a corner to us. A nice ball from Canate plays it forward. Any ball you play forward virtually causes chaos in their heart, in their, thing. I don't know what happened there. But corner then. No. Let's throw it to Ipswich now. John Barnes is looking at his phone. Right, anyway, it's with Andy Robertson. Brings it forward to Diaz. Diaz plays it back to Van Dijk. Just 1 second, guys. Well, they're looking to do a counter attack on us here, but Trent's going to get there. Plays it back to the keeper. And it's with Harvey Elliott. Plays it right the way across to Robertson. Arsenal are coming under all kinds of pressure in their game. And also, it's a red card for. It's a red card now for Wolves. The 2 off in there, one on each side there. Wow, must have been a second yellow, doesn't look like a straight red. Right, Canate. Robbo plays it back to Canate. Canate seen loads of the ball second half. Just kind of almost standing like a midfielder just outside the box. So just we haven't had to defend at all in this game. Right, Mo. Big of the touchline, plays it to Elliott, who kind of gets dispossessed half there, but Canate's there to kind of bring it all under control. Right, it's a corner. Corner to Liverpool. 73 minutes gone. They've made themselves nothing much changed. The thing is that because we were so on top in that first half, and because they haven't been anything much of a attacking force in the second half, they had a little bit more of a go. It's just kind of like fizzled out as a game. Really. It's like a training exercise now. There's not really much intensity in the game. They're unable to get out half the time. We played pretty much most of the half inside their own half. Right, corner comes in, gets deflected on out to, gets deflected on out to Trent, who takes a long range shot. I tell you what, that went far away. That was not far away there. Comes out to him on the edge of the box and he fires it straight back in. And looking at it from behind here, this will show us. Yeah, probably a little bit further away than what it looked like from the other angle. Worth a go. I'm blaming for trying it, in other words. Right, Van Dijk has to defend that one. Endo gets brought down and wins a free kick. Right, now there's a goal at Wolves. So has this gone the way of Arsenal or Wolves? Don't know. You got to date with that, guys. Got a funny feeling it might be Arsenal, Just got that red card, didn't they, Wolves? Who knows? Right. Back to our game. So McAllister, Marte playing as a midfielder. So is Van Dijk. Whole entire team in their half, as it's been pretty much all of the second half. A little bit disappointed. You have to be a bit disappointed in Ipswich because they just haven't even tried. I don't think. In the second half, they just look so deflated, and I know we keep the ball well and stuff like that, but there's no aggressiveness to try and get the ball back and get the ball up. They just look for they're waiting for us to make mistakes. Actually, well, it just says goal Wolves and Arsenal, so must be being checked. Maybe I don't know. It's taken ages to show up. Still don't know who scored there. Right, Elliott now goes inside to Trent, who plays a deep one in. Oh, the keeper spills it, but the defender's there to kick it out for a throw in on the far hand side for Liverpool. Right, it's with McAllister. Goes it across to Canate. Probably seen more of the ball than anyone. Never seen our defence so high for so long periods. Of course, when you have an attack, sometimes everyone gets forward, but we've just been so one-sided that we've been permanently camped in their half. Right, Trent, Harvey Elliott, back to Trent. Trent comes into midfield, plays it across to Van Dijk, who's now a backup midfielder. Cross to Elliott. Elliott plays it out to Mo, who actually skips past his defender, plays it into the box. A shot from comes off the upright from Trent. Trent goes to take a shot there. It comes off the upright. Otherwise, that would have been 5-0. It's that little bit of movement there from Mo, and it doesn't even take much to open up Ipswich here. Still showing goal at Wolves, but no actual. We don't know who scored it. I don't know. Interesting. Free kick to Ipswich. 2 players down for Ipswich. Yeah, it's going to be an Arsenal goal. Goal to Arsenal here. Yeah. Who's that? Fiore scores for them. I had a feeling when they went down to 10 men Wolves, I just thought, is that going to be the changer? Is that going to be the little bit of impetus they need? That's 1-0 Arsenal. It's a bit of a shame. Substitution now for Ipswich. Aiden Dan's coming on. Brilliant. Come on, get a goal, boy. Love Jaden Dans. He's coming on. McAllister off. Fans who love Jaden Dans are so happy to see him coming on. Such a great player for a youngster. Right. Keeper takes it long. It's Canate. I mean, that is a challenge and a half, man. Oh, absolutely cleans Endo out. He has to get a card for that. That is dangerous play, man. Yes. What a horror tackle. So Endo's down receiving treatment, quite rightly so. It's a knee in the head. A nasty one. You knew straight away. And Ciso gets a book in there. That's a horror tackle, that one. Still down receiving treatment. Who's your man of the match, guys? A cool one, really, because it's all been shared out amongst the forwards. It's a goal at Southampton, Newcastle. Maybe Southampton. 2-3 Newcastle. Southampton got one back. Awful tackle on Ender. Absolute awful. Really is bad. If you're not watching the game, if you see that back later, you'll be horrified. It's an awful tackle. It really is. Full-blooded knee in the face, really. Right, back into the game now then. So Nunes looks to cross it into the box, but gets cut out by Ipswich. Still, from a few ricochets, we get the ball back with Endo. And he's just still on the bloody pitch. What a player. Nasty one there. Canate, his midfield role. Here's Trent. Elliott. Van Dijk now. All being played again. They just haven't been out over the first. I can't remember the last time they came over the halfway line. Trent. There's a VAR check for the Southampton goal. Right, a rare break forward for Ipswich, who lose the ball straight away. Got it just up over the halfway line and lost it. Right, ball into the. We'll say ball into the box then, but right, it's with Diaz. Van Dijk. Deep one in. It's cleared by Ipswich. Now with Trent intercepts it. Cuts field. Elliott now on this right hand side looks to cut inside. Plays a deep one in. Comes to nothing, but now Ipswich are on the attack. Coming down this left hand side. Got Harvey Elliott with him. Ganate's coming across, but sticks a foot out. Oh, what a save by well, the ball was played across. Canate just sticks a leg out, and the forward just gets a header off, which Allison kind of plays it down off the ground. It goes up and hits the bar and doesn't go in. somehow it keeps it out, basically. Still a VAR check at Southampton. Goal of the Bournemouth game. Let you know about that in a minute. Right. Corner to Liverpool now. After that attempt, the one and only attempt I think has been the entire game. I'll probably get another look at this now. It's down the wing. It's played in. Canate sticks a silly leg out, and it's just unmarked actually in the box. I thought Van Dijk was closer than that, but it's totally unmarked. Anderson Robertson's on the wrong side of him, and Allison fantastically hits both hands to it. I thought he'd come off the bar, but it actually doesn't. He just carries it up in the air. Right, ball in. And it comes off Van Dijk's head and over the bar for a goal kick. Right, there's some check at Southampton there. What that's about. Bournemouth 4-0. We're going to have some game with them next Saturday. It's 4-0 Bournemouth. I mean, Nottingham Forest, the way they defend, that's some scoreline. Right, it's with the Ipswich defence now. They play it forward to midfield. It's intercepted straight away by us. We get fouled, a free kick. Ipswich are quite a poor side, really, aren't they? When you think about it. The first opportunity to get a little bit of possession, and they just, give it straight away. Right, it's with Trent now. Is it across to Canate? I'd probably say Trent's my man of the match, if you like, because he's been ticking things along nicely there. Some wonderful crosses and a wonderful cross for the third goal, was it? Oh, was that 5-0? It's 5-0 Bournemouth. Absolutely slapping Nottingham Forest. They are. Quite scared about playing them next week now. Look at this. But they're allowed to run a long way with the ball there. I mean, so, I don't know. I think they could have done better at defending that. But anyway, right, in our game, it looks like a free kick to Ipswich. Endo brings down it's the same guy that actually poleaxed him. No sympathy. Right, ball over the top. Trent does not mark that runner at all. It was obvious. It was a ball played back from the midfielder to the defence of Ipswich. And the Ipswich guy who just received the ball runs forward unmarked, and Trent doesn't go with him. It's the little things where he needs to be switched on, Trent, really. Yeah, it's a bit. Right, it's a corner to Ipswich. Ball comes off of Canate. That kind of started from Trent, really, because he just didn't treat the runner, as he doesn't sometimes. Right, it's into injury time in the Southampton game. It's still 3-1 to Newcastle in that one. Everton still lead 1-0 against Brighton, so they've done well second half to hold on to that. And Bournemouth are 5-0 up against Nottingham Forest. It's an amazing score. They score, Ipswich get one. All started from Trent, that. That's a bit annoying. Consolation goal, but it's no clean sheet. We wanted the clean sheet here. These have been crap. Rubbish. So, Reeves makes a late run into the box and gets his head on it. Looks like it's Chiesa who should be marking him. No, not Chiesa, Dan's probably. I don't know. You don't deal with that anyway. 4-1. Simple. Quite a good ball in, but I mean, he'd have someone on him there marking him. But they actually get it through in just about the only section you could probably get the ball through in anyway. So I don't know. 4-1. Very annoying. Just like that. Annoyed me, that has, because it's kind of so avoidable, you know. Right, 5 minutes to play, added on. They're obviously going to have a bit of a go of it now. They've got nothing to lose, so they're bringing it from midfield. This is where we've got to be a bit careful here, because you don't want to concede any more, make it to some kind of mad end to the game. But we've been so comfortable in the game. There's just no way we should have come out with a clean sheet on this game for me. We'd have a clean sheet, really, but anyway. Right, so with Endo now midfield. Mate. Bill Canate. There's a long one forward to Darwin Núñez, who nearly got a foot on that to get under control. He smiles and waves to Canate there. It's a good ball from him. Good idea. Just slightly too much on it. Carries it through. I think honestly I'll be disappointed about the goal conceded here, because it's from the corner and these things happen, but I don't know. They've just been so non-existent in this game. Ipswich, they've been poor, really, really poor. And now look at them passing it around. Now they're suddenly, a goal changes everything, in matches. And although they're not going to get anything from this game, it's a bit of a shame, really. Right, it's with Allison now. Ended at Newcastle, Southampton. It's Newcastle 3, Southampton 1. They won that. The woes for Southampton go on. Got a goal back in there, actually, but it was Tonali got the third goal, I think, for Newcastle after two early ones from Isak. It's back with the Ipswich defence. They're playing much, much sharper football now. Got it on into midfield, which they pick it up. Now down this wing here, looking to come inside and get down the side of us here again. With Hurst, Bernate with him, plays it back. They've skipped through both our defenders, crossing a simple ball in for a tap in virtually, and all of a sudden it's all going bloody pear shaped here now, because we've just lost concentration. I know it's hard to keep concentration in a game like this, because we've dominated the ball so much. This sloppiness at the end is what we just got to cut these things out. When you look over titles and things like we are, we just can't afford these things, because it'll seep into other parts of the game. And if they score from this, there's a second one. Play it back short, goes back out to the corner taker, looks the deep one in. Goal kick to us, I think. Comes off the Ipswich player there. There's another free header in the box, really. Johnson. Yeah, let's look to keep this, guys. Long to go now. Scott looks a bit pissed off, because I think he's thinking to himself, how are we allowed to suddenly, it's so poor. It's really, really poor. We're just giving them that little bit of encouragement, Make it all a little bit silly at the end. We were too far ahead, 4 goals, but even so. Still playing in the Bournemouth game, it's 5-0. Absolutely slapped Nottingham Forest, and no one does that to them. So I'm worried about that game next week. If you can miss those games, with the keeper, with Allison. One ball played up straight to Allison. So just take his time now to waste the time. Excellent's looking to play it out at full time. So there we are, guys. Full time, 4-1. Let me know your man of the matches in the comments. I'd appreciate that. So that's it. We come through that. Got a little bit silly at the end, I think. Doesn't need to be like that. In full control of the game like we were. But anyway, we've come out winners. That's all that matters. So I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for tuning in. For all those that have joined. Appreciate it.